Let's see. All right, here we go. We got my guy. Let's see. Gabriel. Yo.
Yo, Croc, what's good?
Oh man, I'm chilling. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm up in Santa Clara right now. Um, Levi's is pretty cool. I gotta check it out.
You said what?
I gotta see Levi Stadium.
Okay, so were you at the game? Or I mean, are you going to the game this weekend?
Um, no, I don't think so. But I gotta see the stadium, and they have a little shop you can go inside of, and you can check it out. And they sell jerseys, they sell hats. It's really cool.
Yeah, awesome. So what are your
Have you
thoughts
been to
on the
Levi's?
win? Oh yeah, I've been several times. I've been several
That's
times.
what's
I
up.
might go this Sunday. I might fly out to watch the 49ers versus Vikings. Who's gonna let me stay
Nice.
with them, man? I don't want to pay for a hotel. Somebody let me stay with them, and I'll go to the Vikings game. All right, but no, yeah, I've been to several games. But what are your thoughts on the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars?
So I wasn't able to watch it, but our team's doing pretty good.
Yeah, they are. They've been doing a good job last couple of weeks. I think the biggest thing is not shooting themselves in the foot. Not turning the ball over. They've definitely been much better with the penalties. I think that's been a big part of 49ers having success over the last couple of weeks. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, 49ers found their identity." I and yeah, but I think they are able to play the game they want to because of the fact that they're not having the penalties or the turnovers. So I think that's a big part of it.
For sure. That makes sense, Croc.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get you off, Gabriel. Hey, you're gonna have to find a way. If you can't, if you can't watch the game, let me know, man. I'll send you a link, or I'll let you watch my Sunday ticket or something if I'm not using it. But there's no reason to not watch the 49ers game. All right, so I'm gonna get you off. But next time, if you need help trying to find the game or a way to watch it, just let me know, and I got you.
All right, thanks, Croc. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Here we go, my guy Dion. What's good, Dion?
What up, Crocky? What's going on, baby?
Oh man, I'm chilling. How you feeling after that win?
Hey, man, I feel real good, bro. I feel real good, man. In here chefing up some breakfast, for myself and the
Yes,
wife.
sir.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
I do it all. Try to be as good a dude as it can be. But yeah, man, that's a great win. The thing that I noticed about the game was, man, they was gonna run that ball whether it was gonna work or not because Jacksonville has a really good run defense, man. Like they run defense is crazy. So they even held us to small amounts of yardage and whatnot. But cool thing is it didn't even stop. You know what I'm saying? Um, Everything worked out perfectly. And what I noticed the last two games, Kyle went back to exactly what he did before. He's masking Jimmy's deficiencies and he's limiting his throws. 19 throws against the Rams, 22 throws against the Jags. He's saying, I'm not about to give this a chance to even be screwed up. We're gonna run the ball down your throat. Earlier in the season, maybe I tried to push it with him, but honestly, to me, it just I'll stick to that. I don't know whether he trusts him or not. Joe Staley openly came out and said that he didn't that Kyle didn't trust Jimmy. If Joe Staley is saying that on national television, there's got to be some truth to it, bro. The
Yeah.
other thing is when you were talking about what Kyle did when we were in the Super Bowl, Kyle doesn't have that. I did a whole video on it on my channel. Kyle doesn't have the aggressiveness in him. He needs to be more Belichick like. Because Belichick will keep scoring on you. He'll run the ball. He'll run the score up on you. He don't care. Nick Saban run the score up on you. He doesn't care. Kyle,
I gotta
that
disagree a little bit
okay.
because
Explain it.
isn't that the thing
Give me a
that
good enough. Yeah, give me a good enough argument because that's how I feel. I don't feel he has the aggressiveness that he truthfully needs to be able to put his foot on the throat and keep it there until somebody's face turn blue and they die. Like you got to have that in you. In the Super Bowl, you just gave the prime example. John Lynch was seen on TV. I'll give you that. John Lynch was seen on TV calling for a timeout in the booth. If your GM is calling for a timeout, that means he knows This is a team known for coming back in the playoffs. They had come back in the playoffs twice, Croc, twice from being beat up. And you know how the Chiefs move. Pat Mahomes finds a way. So what do? You don't give them any kind of breathing room. I'm pushing the ball down the field to be able to at least get me a field goal at a bare minimum. He didn't do that.
Okay. Here's my pushback. All right. One,
Okay.
just a few years prior, we watched him in the Super Bowl against the Falcons. And the big issue that most people have with him is that he was too aggressive, right? Hey, why are you throwing the ball? Why are you doing this? And that was him trying to put his foot on their neck. One time he dialed up the deep shot and it was open and the running back missed the block and it ended up being a sack strip fumble and they returned it to the crib, right? That helped the Patriots come back. I thought there were several situations in that game, scenarios where it showed his willingness to be aggressive. I think so far what I've seen with him from the 49ers is more of a, and again, I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to see it from his eyes. That's what I try to do. Right. It's more of a cautious, aggressive, like approach where it's, if I can, and most coaches have this, like if I can get the first down, then I'm gonna, try to keep going. I think with he's kind of battling within himself with how aggressive he wants to be. And I don't know if it's a quarterback thing or if it's just his mindset. But I do think in theory, he is someone that is extremely aggressive mentally, right? Like, look at the trade up for Trey Lance. Like, that was an aggressive move. That was an aggressive trade. The trade to get, Trent Williams, the trade for, even Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, these are aggressive moves that he has been a part of. I think in his mind, he is aggressive, but there's something that he's battling with. And that's the thing that I have to figure out. Again, just a couple weeks, against the Rams, 4th and 7 from damn near midfield, he went for it on 4th and 7. And not only did we get it, we ended up scoring a touchdown. Like, that was aggressive. So he has it in him. It's just, he kind of picks and chooses instead of just, I'm an aggressive person. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like 4th and 1 from the 3-yard line yesterday, and there was an opportunity for him to be aggressive, he decided not to do it, right? But then later in the game, he did do it, right? Later in the game, it was 4th and goal, whatever, from the 2. He was aggressive. He went for it. 49ers scored a touchdown. And so
he explained the first one. He basically said, man, that was like a 22-play drive. Like, I didn't want to like dog my guys out by having them work that hard and not get points. I understood that. I didn't. I mean, hey, I get it. Like 22 plays and you come up with nothing, but you still would have them on like the 1. But it's all contingent on the pass rush getting home, getting that safety, getting the punt, stuff like that. But like, I understood the first one, and I get what you're saying.
But this is the thing. When you talk about being aggressive, we can always understand it. We can always, you know what I'm saying? I think the guys that are just always aggressive, sometimes you don't understand why they do it, but it still works out for them. I don't understand why the Chiefs with Chad Henne on 4th and 1 from midfield risk giving the ball back to the Browns, right? This is a playoff game. You got Chad Henne in there. Mahomes got knocked out. I don't know why Andy Reid, I can't even justify it, but he did it and it worked. So that's my thing. Like, we can always, 20-play drive. You don't want your guys to, feel like they got nothing out of it. Like, we didn't go after Tom Brady because of this, or we didn't look into Mahomes and Deshaun Watson because of this. You can always justify it, but my thing is like, who are you? And I think that's the part that he's kind of struggling with.
A little bit of an identity crisis, so to speak. I can dig that.
Yeah,
I can dig that. I can understand it's like a little bit of an identity crisis fighting within yourself. I mean, me more so. I like the examples you brought, but a few of those were just in the front office. So we can't put front office and field in the same realm as far as your aggressiveness, because you can go and get Trent, you could go and get Jimmy, you could go and get Trey, you could do all those things. But then when it turns and processes to the field, for me, I think the difference becomes games are on the line. These are people that you put in there to make the game better for you, and you bring them in because you want to make your team better. But like the last couple of plays to trade, those I would have just left Jimmy in there for that. Couple of handoffs, man.
I was just
he's not gaining any real experience on that. But what was he gaining from that? It was
He
nothing.
is, because
He had
look,
the
this is
ball
why. And I
off.
was just talking about it last week. The 49ers, I'd say last week, the last 10 plays were all handoffs. And I was talking about, hey, that's an opportunity to get your guy Trey Lance in there. Why? Because early in the game, I know I was watching the Manning cast, and they talked about it. They were like, Jimmy was like, Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. That's him
Yeah,
flipping the
that's
play,
changing the
right?
play. Yeah,
So
and you see them
he's
pat
flipping
their
the play,
heads.
getting it in the
Yeah,
right, they were always going to run it, but it was them flipping it to the other side, right?
outside. Yeah,
And those are things that even then in the development of Trey Lance that you want to get, right? Where it's even just seeing how the box is stacked live, like not just in practice. How's the box stacked? Do I need to flip it to get a guy in a better spot to be able to pick up yardage and whatnot? Like his decision making on the run, for the first down, like all those things to me leads to good experience for him. A guy who hasn't really played football in a couple years now. So, I think for most people it's like, oh, he just got in the game, he just handed the ball off. But to me, it all goes into the development of Trey Lance and helping him, move forward. So
yeah.
I liked him coming in, getting those snaps, even though he's not putting the ball in the air.
I could appreciate that, man. But hey, either way, for me, the last 2 weeks have been a fantastic thing. You watch the game and you just take the time. And to be honest with you, I feel like that's what it is. They ran the ball 42 times last week. They ran the ball 44 times last week, 42 times this week. And they're just basically walking down the field. And I remember that I liken that to what Peyton Manning did. There were lots of times that Peyton Manning could just walk the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying? When he was playing and Tony Dungy, they would literally suck the clock up. So there was nothing left. Like just no time for you to do anything. So you get on the field, it's a waste. But hey, both 2-game winning streak. Let's keep it rolling. We got a big test coming up against the Vikings, and they almost took the Packers to overtime, but they went ahead and got the dub. So we got to be mindful of Thielen and Steph. No, sorry, not Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook. Man, he looking real good, and we just got to be on our P's and Q's. But like I said, 2 great wins. Appreciate what I'm saying, you doing the show, Croc. Nothing but love to you, baby. I appreciate everything, man. And I believe me. You know what? I've been thinking about the Manscaped, so I might use that promo code.
Hey
You know
man,
what I'm saying,
hey,
and
Manscaped,
go ahead and get
listen,
right.
your balls would thank you. You know what I'm saying? And your lady would thank you. You feel me? Manscaped promo code Crocky. Go get that percentage off your your purchase.
All
Manscaped
right,
promo
Croc.
code Crocky.
Nothing but
All
love,
right,
baby.
man.
Have a good one.
All right, see ya. And my dog Dion got Darius coming on now. Darius, how you doing, bro? Darius, you there?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How you feeling this morning? Can you hear me?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good.
Hello, hello,
Yeah,
hello,
hold on
hello.
1 second. One
Oh,
second.
can
Hold
you hear
on.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Uh-oh. Here we go. 49ers aren't high team despite having the weapons. Our winning formula are winning formula is running the ball up possession. Um. Okay, I'll read that again. 49ers aren't a high octane team despite having the weapons. Our winning formula is running the ball, time of possession, and playing stout defense. My pushback on this is I think most teams would tell you that their winning formula, most teams, is running the ball, time of possession, and playing stout defense. Right? Like that's how most teams want to win games, or they hope that they can win games that way. I think just being able to consistently do that's the hard part, right? And I think for the 49ers, the bigger thing is again, having wanting to win in that manner, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have penalties. And they tried. They fumbled. On that first drive, they had some weird things go their way. The drive was kind of pushed forward. You had some penalties that helped the 49ers moving forward. There was some of that in that game as well, some kind of weird moments. But yeah, as far as the winning formula, I think that's how most people want to win. But Darius, what's good with you, bro?
Man, 2 in a row. Man. I don't care who it was against, just based on the fact it's an NFL game, man.
Yeah.
It could be anybody's game any Sunday. I want to point out the fact that Shanahan, man, I'm gonna give him his credit. A lot of people are not gonna do it. He is kind of in his bag again. I feel like he finally came to realization of what he really has to work with versus what he wanted it to be. Um, we're running the ball a lot. Even when he's about to, you know what I mean, he's about to go to the shotgun. But no, he stayed with the play action. He stayed with what works, man. He had the offense running right, running left. And shout out to Jacksonville's pass rush. Their blitz game was kind of dope. Like it was getting back there. Um, and Jimmy didn't get nervous. He didn't, start throwing those wild balls. And he had that one that got he had a few that got away from him in the inside, wide right. Uh, but other than that, when Shanahan takes the restraints off, man, our players really get going, man. Like, I mean, Ayuk is a monster, bro. Like, I don't know what that was the first few games. Like the whole doghouse scenario, like that was garbage. Uh, we only had one penalty. I believe we converted almost every third down. I have to check. I didn't really check the stats on that, but when I was watching, it seemed like I don't remember us punting. We might have. Maybe I might have went to the bathroom or got
We
some water,
punted a
but
couple of times. Yeah, we
um,
punted a couple of times, but
okay. It just seemed so fluent. I didn't know. You know what I mean? 'Cause we just looked like we was on it. Jennings, I think we need to keep Jennings, man, just based on his energy, dude. Like, and he has short hands. He's slow, but he's gonna get out there. He's gonna block somebody. He's gonna hit somebody hard, man. Like, dude he's a gamer, man. I can't knock him. He plays his position. He knows his part, and he plays it. Like, and I fuck with that, man. If I have to critique it. Hold on. One more thing. Josh Norman, y'all. Yeah, that's been my boy all year, man. 2 forced fumbles, pass deflection, and then we got the young boy over there, Jefferson. Might have to double coverage that, but I don't. We gonna see. We gonna see how that works out because the Vikings, they tough. They 5-5 with us, but their record doesn't show really how good they are, man. It's a mirage because they really get
yeah.
out there and play. But back to us though. So only thing I would have to say is our front, man. The pressure is weak. Other than the fourth quarter, they started getting in there. Nick Bosa got in there twice. Arden Key got his sack, but like all game, it just seemed like damn. Especially when we send the ball, it was damn near an empty back, empty coverage to where it's like I'm like I don't see no safety. I see everybody on the line. I'm like, damn, it's one of them ones. And we didn't get no pressure and luck and luck would have it that he missed. I think the dude that dropped him, like, damn, bro, like we done brought the house and we can't get back there. You know what I'm saying? So defensive line still got to work on that, man. I'm not gonna be fooled by a great game because those type of things count when you're playing real tough teams. If we talking about getting to the playoffs, you can't have that, man. You can't get down to the wire. We're not generating enough punch at the line. Another thing I would say, please don't come for me in the comments. Y'all about to be mad at me when I say this, man. But Trey Sermon and Ambry Thomas, they might not be as good as we thought, man. Not for us at least. Trey Sermon, he a hard runner, big body dude. You know what I'm saying? But he's a north and south type of runner, and I feel like Kyle looking for that more of a fast zigzag, because it's the zone. I remember running the zone in high school. It's the cutback. That's the whole point of it. The line moves a certain direction, and there's a hole that opens up when you cut back. And he didn't do that his first play. I remember I'm watching the first down. Wilson, he only get like probably like 1 or 2 yards. Boom, they bring Trey in. Trey runs to the left.
All right, Darius, My bad, Darius. I had to get you off because the service was cutting in and out for a while. But yeah, Sermon. As far as Sermon goes, you there's a couple of things I think he's fighting within himself on how he wants to run and how they want him to run. And sometimes when you're trying to do things like how they want to do it, I think they're just going to take some time. There's going to be that adjustment for him to really start to get to be that one cut guy. Like Darius said, he's a north south runner. I think they actually feel like if he's north south runner, that's good. I think right now he's been more of a east west type runner, right? Like a little, kind of bounce things around. And they want him to just get there, see the hole, foot in the ground, get upfield. And right now he's not doing that consistently. But I think the more he sees it, he'll improve. I saw some of that with Elijah Mitchell early on. But with Mitchell, I think Mitchell, the more he has run, he's gotten better. I think they just saw more instances where he did put his foot in the ground and get upfield right now, and that led to some bigger runs. But I think even with Elijah Mitchell, he's still learning to really, really see it on a consistent basis and run exactly how they want him to run. Here we go. Got my guy Ryan on. Ryan, what's good, bro? Ryan, you there?
What's cracking, man? How you doing, Crocker? Yeah, can you
I'm
hear me?
good, man. How you feeling about that win? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was happy. It was pretty cool. It was good. I was understanding the opponent we played. I think the offense did well. We missed a couple throws here and there, but for the most part, we ran and showed our identity. I have a question for you, though. Do you
Yeah.
think, I think it's something to what you guys talked about earlier about time management and Kyle Shanahan system. Do you think Kyle is extremely good at being a front runner and not necessarily that good when, say, for instance, we don't get 2 turnovers and we don't have the lead? I don't think he is as good of a coach in those predicaments than he is when he does have the lead, and that's what scares me. Get what I'm saying?
I don't want to say that, but there is something to that, right? Because I think I saw some kind of stat where Kyle Shanahan hasn't won a game when he was losing at halftime. Did you see that? You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You guys in the chat, y'all can
Yeah.
let us know. But I think I saw a stat that with him as the head coach of the 49ers, he has not won a game when going into halftime trailing. So that's something that can definitely be, a little concerning and maybe speak to what you're saying in the sense of him being more of a front runner, being a little bit more comfortable and things getting a little tighter when he's not ahead or he doesn't have that lead, right? So I think there could be a little, I don't want to call it front runner, but I get what you're saying though.
Because okay, so like we've all seen the great coach. It seems like when something goes bad and we don't have like a first down or we don't convert on our like third downs or whatnot, I can almost sense and feel whether it's his nervousness or his indecision be coming into play. Because he's a very scripted individual. Like he's very meticulous in everything they do. So if something is off script, I can feel in his play calling where he begins to. You don't see the direction in like a self-assuredness in the play calling, if that makes sense. Like every time I watch them when they're winning, it's a consistent theme that you see. But I hope that he will learn how to adapt when things aren't going that same type of way and feel just as confident in his play calling and his players to still make things out of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I see somebody say that where's that? Y'all nitpicking. I think he's talking about us. I see the chat going up right now. I got Morales. And I'll say this. We're not nitpicking. Like I don't think we're saying like Kyle's a bad coach. I don't think we're saying we're not happy with the win. We're not saying we're not happy with we're just saying, it's just something to keep an eye on, right? Like just trying to get to know who our head coach is. And you use the word front runner. I would say, I don't want to call him that, but the 49ers have not I have to fact check this, but I believe I saw this stat.
Yeah.
There's not one game that Kyle Shanahan has won when he went into halftime losing. And if that is the case, that can speak to maybe some of his, coaching decisions and things like that you're speaking to, in the sense of how he plays when the game is either tight or behind.
Yeah, because I don't even want to say, okay, front runner might be the wrong word, but I like to look, this is how I look at things. I like to be objective when it comes to my Niners. And so I look at the first two games, how we played, and though we got the victory, we was like, okay, cool, we won, we got 2 dubs. Any win in the NFL is a good win. I get that. But then I also like to look at the team and just seeing, okay, we play against the Jaguars, we handled our business, did what we're supposed to do. We played against the Rams, who came up with bad, L. We've been beating them over the last couple of years. We did what we were supposed to do. I'm glad. But I also like to be objective enough to know what teams coming in that we can play who may not make some of those similar mistakes. And I want I always want my coach to be still feeling confident and be like, all right, bro, if things don't pan out like we see 20 play drives, keep going them Debo plays that were very creative. Keep doing, you know what I'm saying? Like keep that same energy, man. Don't get down on your play calling. Trust yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So no, I agree. I do think there's something to that, and there's definitely something 49ers will probably have to continue to improve on. Kyle Shanahan with some of his play calling. I see somebody say that he did have a win when trailing at halftime, and it was against the Saints. Yeah. So nope. 49ers were winning that game. At halftime, 49ers were up 28-27. So I saw it. Hold on, where was it at? Because they said it. They said, where was it at? Gosh, I don't see it. This chat moves fast. But no, they said the New Orleans Saints 2019 49ers were down right here. False. We were trailing the Saints at the half. I'm looking at it right now. 49ers were up 28-27 at halftime. Now, they were trailing in that game, but not at halftime. So that stat still kind of holds true. But I will say that was a game where he had to get in his bag and come from behind and win. I mean, that was the 49ers were down 2 scores in that game. So if we do want to look to a positive example of him being able to overcome like that type of adversity, being down multiple scores and coming back, he did do it in that game. He did.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. And so that's all I'm saying. Like, as we go to the next half of the year, I want Miners even being down a little bit so he can continue to gain that confidence to work, to work those things off, whether it's with time management or with, be able to adjust his play calling if we do get behind or we do have an early turnover, just to kind of keep on that same energy, because I do like the way we've been playing. Shout out to the defensive coordinator, D'Amico Ryans. I don't hear nobody calling for your head over the last 2 weeks. Once you got your players back, hey, you play a lot better when you got players. I mean, I'll tell somebody today, like, dude, if you missing Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Andrew Wiggins, it's gonna be rough out there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be exposed, and you start getting some of them dogs back. You kind of realize that you got a decent secondary back there, man, that's really doing a good job. We definitely need a D tackle though. Please, somebody, we need a D tackle. We need a D tackle bad.
Right. And there was another game. Somebody brought up the Cardinals game from 2019. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the 49ers were down 16-0 in that game to start. And they did come from behind and they won. But again, I think that's another one of those games where at halftime, 49ers were losing at halftime. They were down 16-10 at halftime. So that might be his only win when trailing at halftime. So that's a good one. Yeah, and that's not to say that he can't come from behind, but what you're saying is just in the sense of his mindset, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, who is our coach? And maybe Kyle is still trying to figure out like who he is as it pertains to like the things that he wants to do in his head and how he has to play with his team. Maybe he can't do all the things that he wants to do. There's that aspect of it as well. So I don't think it's nitpicking him or being, overly critical or anything, but it's just trying to figure out like who is our head coach, right? If you ask the Chiefs, and obviously Andy Reid, he's been the Chiefs head coach for a while now, but they know who Andy Reid is, good or for bad. Sean Payton, Saints, they know who their coach is. Mike Tomlin, Steelers, they know who he is. And I think right now with the 49ers, we're still trying to find out Who exactly
Who
is?
is Kyle? Hey, that's a
Yeah,
nice
who is
episode,
Kyle?
man. Hey, that's a nice title you can do one day throughout the week. Who is Kyle?
All right, here we go.
All
So,
right, man. Well, look.
I'm gonna get you off. I'm about to bring my guy Greg Pinelli on. I appreciate you coming on, Ryan.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one, man. Peace out.
All right, here we go.